Okay, I got it going. Whenever you're ready, Juanita.
Okay. All right. Welcome, everyone. This is our final session, third and final session, but I know it's not going to be the last one, but I want to welcome everyone. And we appreciate all of you being here with us during these sessions. We're going to do a quick review right now of the first and second session. Uh, Past Council Chair Michelle Mosley is trying to log in, but I'll go ahead and just do a quick overview of her session, which is session one. And then we'll have Past Council Chair Hillary come next, cover his session of what he did during the second session. And we'll get into the nitty gritty of what's in it for us for this evening. So that's the agenda we'll be covering: a review of the sessions, the charter approval, the planning for the charter night, the
Are
club
you ready
development.
for it now?
Oh, yes, please. Sorry, I have to remember to tell you next
Yes. Is this where we want to be?
on the agenda. Yes.
Session one.
There we go.
Okay. I have to remember to, okay. So, yes, the charter night planning, the continuing club development, and then what's next afterwards? What, once you charter the club, what are the next steps that you take? And also the tips and resources that we will be doing. Okay, next. So, with session one here, review session one, PCC Michelle covered the revisit and refresh regularly. Make sure you're aligned with your action plans and your club building teams on a regular basis. Revisit your plans on a regular basis and do check-ins with everyone and keep everybody motivated and focused. New clubs bring new energy by chartering the new clubs, more hands for greater service, and they provide fresh ideas and enthusiasm to better reach the meet and to meet evolving community needs. Also, choose the right club type and format. As part of the community assessment, this is where you consider what club format will create the most impact. And among those are your traditional clubs, your virtual clubs, your Leo Lion, your specialty clubs, join together clubs. So there's a variety of clubs options that you have. Or you have your campus club, which might be a good fit for your community as well too. Developing your team, developing that strong extension team is vital for the success of your new clubs. Also for rebuilding existing ones, that it is also essential. So ensure your member includes at least one member who understands the community's culture and meets the dynamics of that community. Identify the opportunities. Look at the areas where your clubs have closed within the last 3 to 5 years. What opportunities are there to reconnect and bring them back again and revitalize them again? And of course, your leadership role is a key factor in here. Every club you help build, revive, and bring back adds new service. So it's a way of leading with purpose and also serving with vision. Okay, now I turn it over to PCC Hillary, session two.
Thank you, Juanita. Thank you very much. And to follow Michelle's session two was parts three and a little bit on part four of the five-step uh, pieces that we're going through for these sessions. And we expanded on the team and action plan, making sure that we have a good understanding and knowledge of the community. Very, very important. Promotion of the new club is something that we really rested a lot on as far as using social media, print media, word of mouth, etc. Recruitment. We talked about our speech and how you would amend it for different situations. introductory speech, elevator speech, however you want to call it, but just practicing that on the side as much as you can. And the types of recruitment that you're going to be doing, especially whether you're going after nonprofit community organizations, canvassing, you've got to know the customs, the culture, the demographics of the community. And preparing the invitation, we would have a substantial list of potential members, we hope, going in. And we'd work closely with our team, which was built in session one, to come up with a strong list of those prospects. And sample invites, flyers are readily available through the resources that we covered. And we ask everybody to remember the 12 sectors of the community model that we offered, which is a CADCA piece. But those 12 sectors are essential to your club having all the needs right at the table for that community. If you can build a club around that, we know it'll be a success. Then we'll have your informational meeting, which is the first time members get together. And you would have a few possibly veteran Lions or at least skilled Lions talk about the benefits of a community-based club if you're doing that, or a specialty club, as well as someone to talk about LCI and LCIF, just to make sure that there's a umbrella view of what goes on within a club. Make sure that you follow up to that meeting, that you're in constant contact with the folks that are kind enough to show up at that meeting, and that you also mention at every stage about the dues and what it costs annually to be a Lion. We would go to the organizational meeting. That meeting is even more critical because that's where the new officers are determined. That's where a course is determined very much for the club, whether it's what service projects they're going to be doing, or something as basic administratively as when they're going to meet, what day of the week, what day of the month that they're going to have a board meeting or membership gatherings. So you want to be in contact with your folks all through these two processes. And then the new club application, we talked about that as well. There are multiple worksheets out there that help us go step by step through those processes. There is the new club development guide, which is very helpful. So there are resources out there at our fingertips on the portal, if needed, to get us through the new club application. And then we wrapped it up with tools and resources that would be essential to everyone. So that's what we did in session two. Thank you, Juanita, for a moment to share that.
Absolutely. Thank you for being with us and helping us out with this. Appreciate that. Okay, on to the next slide. So we have a poll. You want to bring up the poll? Here we want to find out, give us an idea as to where you're at this time. Has your team been completed or have they completed a new action plan? And what recruitment methods have been most effective so far? If there's something you want to mention that is not on the list, feel free to share in the chat. But otherwise, let's go ahead and start the poll. It's pretty good. Where do we want to reach, Mark?
I would say once you get to 77%, we can call it.
Okay.
Or I was going to say once we get to 76%, we can call it.
Okay, so looks like let's see, 21% of you have yes, you're following it, and or you're in progress, which is very good. 32% not quite there yet, or you need help developing one. Okay, that's good to know. So that gives us an idea as to what we need to touch on for later on. What recruitment method has worked best? Community events, Yes, personal invitations, and that's with, God, over 50%. And then social media, and then the other high one is you're still exploring other options. So thing is to keep moving forward, keep looking into those avenues. And of course, one of your things that you could use is your new AI intelligence to help you with that recruitment process as well too. So, okay, let's go ahead and close the poll. So that gives us a very good idea as to where we're at. Okay, next slide, Mark. Okay, by the time you've completed all 3 sessions, we hope you will feel equipped with the knowledge and confidence and tools needed to charter a vibrant new Lions Club in your community. We have explored how to build a strong, committed club extension team, one that will be driving the force of your new club growth. We looked into how to identify ideal locations for new clubs, including assessing the community needs, researching potential service, and ensuring alignment with the culture and identity of that community. We discussed effective strategies for promoting the new club and recruiting charter members who represent the heart and diversity of that community. We walked through the steps for hosting and preparing for the organizational meeting where the club begins to take the next step, and that was the stages that past council chair Hillary covered. So we're up to that point. So now we move on to the final step, which is the chartering process. This is where everything you've prepared, your outreach, your team building, and community engagement comes together to officially launch your new Lions Club. Okay, next. So now we have another poll. See where your knowledge is bases on the club application process. So do you know the 5 steps of the new club charter application process? Okay, Mark, you want to go ahead and launch that? Thank you. Okay.
I'm going to end the poll now.
Okay, that's a pretty good response. The highest one here is somewhat familiar with the basics, 46% of you. The other one, next one is not really. You need to walk through that. Gives us very good understanding of what we need to work on. So that's 26% of you. 23% of you say you've reviewed it and you understand it, which is great. And of course, there's always, I mean, there's some of us that don't know it. I didn't know it at one time. So until I looked it up. So it's all part of the learning process. But thank you, Mark. We could go ahead and close that. And that gives us a really good picture of where we're at. Okay, on to the next one. So the club chartering process can take up to 45 days. It could take as less as 2 weeks. It just depends on the responsiveness of the team submitting the application. There are the 5 key steps involved in the timeline largely. Again, all depends on how quickly information is provided. LCI will provide you with a new club development coordinator. They will assign somebody to you and your team to support you throughout the whole process, from beginning all the way to the end. It's important to designate a key member who will be working closely with the district governor and your LCI new club development coordinator. That person will assist the governor to oversee and coordinate the necessary transactions between LCI and the team district coordinators. District governors also need to make sure you follow up on all communications received pertaining to the new club charter. There will be constant communication, so you need to be on top of that. And if you don't see them, make sure you check with your team designee as to who is receiving those emails. So the 5 steps of the new club application process, this is typically what is followed to have proper chartering. First of all, you need to identify the need and build interest, assess the community to determine the need for that new Lions Club. Gather a group of at least 20 charter members who are committed to that service in the community. Enlist a guiding line and sponsoring club to assist in organizing and mentoring that new club. The second is ensure you receive approval of the new club name from LCI Legal, and then you complete the new club application process. You'll be hearing this multiple times. After you receive the name approval, then you begin the new club charter application, and that is all done online. That new club charter application will ask you for the club approved name, member information, the club officers, club meeting details, in other words, meeting location, frequency, also the sponsoring club information. The third is be ready to collect and submit the required charter fees to International, which is the $35 per person. And that comes along soon after you submit the application as you enter the members' names into the portal there. You submit the complete application to LCI along with payment upon request to headquarters. That could be done by your district governor or authorized officer or district coordinator. All depends on who is taking the lead in the application process. In addition,
Can I ask a question?
sure.
When we ask for their payment for their registration, is there any discount if somebody is bringing a spouse?
There is a family discount, and
Yeah, okay.
yes, there is a family discount, and there's rates for that, and we could provide you with that later on.
Okay,
But yes,
okay.
there is.
We're on the right page. Thank you.
Yes. Upon request, in addition, you'll be asked from International to submit your EIN letter from the IRS, and we'll cover that in the next slide as we move forward with this. Once you receive the approval from LCI, they approve the application, and you receive the charter approval. That means all items have been submitted, reviewed, and approved by LCI. That means this new club is now officially chartered. Then soon after, the charter night ceremony is held to celebrate the installation of the officers and present the materials, such as the charter. We keep saying charter night, but it could be held at any time of the day, really. That is up to you entirely. If you want to have it a breakfast, a lunch, dinner, there's a variety of ways you could celebrate that charter. It is highly recommended you utilize and download the charter worksheets to gather key information. Accurate and complete information helps to avoid delays. For us, in going through the process, especially when I was learning it the very first time, going through the process of charting new clubs, I found that those worksheets are very helpful. They are a guide to gather all key information for the club. You do not submit these forms to LCI. These are just purely your worksheets for gathering key information, such as the club name, the officers, the charter members, the meeting frequency, your location, and everything. It is a checklist. It makes it a lot easier to enter the information into the portal, the application portal, knowing that you have correct information and it's been verified. It also, I also saved the worksheets for a few months after the club received its first billing. That means that this is after the chartering fee and has been paid. The club will receive a billing with the regular LCI dues, and of course any charter fees that are due in addition. So in case there's any hiccup or a glitch in the system, you're able to use these worksheets to verify with the new club that the charter members or anybody that came in afterwards are in there correctly and they are charged the correct fee. So the key thing is by staying organized, responsive, and engaged, you can help to ensure that your chartering process goes smoothly. And again, constantly be on the lookout for communications for your new club coordinator from LCI. Okay, next one, Mark. And here we go again. As mentioned in the previous slide, before submitting your proposed club name, it's essential that to have that reviewed by LCI Legal Division. This way, if there's any adjustments that are necessary, such as modification to the name or any other chartering details, your assigned LCI club coordinator will contact you directly. Skipping this process can lead to some very serious delay in the chartering process. Here in MD4, just this past year, and we found out just recently, we experienced firsthand that it took a club almost a year to complete the chartering process because of the name. That really held back the whole completion process. In addition, the club EIN number or name on the EIN application was incorrect. It did not match the club name. Okay, so that brings another complication. So make sure that taking time to have your club's name reviewed and cleared in advance helps to ensure a fast processing and a smoother chartering experience. Okay, think we nailed that down. Yes, Donnie, you had a question?
Yes. Just so I'm clear, if we charter a new club, is there a chartering fee? Is that their dues for the first year as well, or does that come after?
That comes after.
So just to charter a new club, everybody pays a $35 fee, and then their dues are on top of that.
Correct.
Okay.
And it's all prorated.
Yeah,
it's all prorated, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Is that Mike Brandenburg? You had your hand raised?
Yeah, real quickly, you mentioned the EIN letter, which obviously has to have the club name. So you've got to clear the club before you can get to the EIN letter before you can actually put in an application then.
Correct.
Okay, I'm making sure I got
Correct.
Thank you.
Correct, yes.
No.
Nope.
You can put in an application with the name that you want to use. Just don't get your EIN number until your staff from LCI approves the name. So if you put in an application name and it isn't approved, they'll help you fix it before you get your EIN number. Or I did put in the chat, anybody can email me at tracy.gray@lionsclubs.org and I can pre-approve your name for you right away.
Awesome. Thank you. Feel free to step in, Tracy, anytime because okay, next slide, Mark.
Juanita, what
Yes.
slide do you see on the screen?
I see
District
Governor
responsibility.
responsibility.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't want to do this slide. You want to do the next slide.
Yeah, the district governor responsibility, yes.
That's the slide you want.
Yes,
We're there.
And since there's a break here, you have Kurt Bensworth raising his hand. I see him in one of the squares. So.
Oh.
Thank you very much. I just want clarification. I know we were talking about the application fee. I think regardless if you're a family member or not, everybody has to pay the $35.
Right.
Okay, because before that was not made sense. The family has different dues, but this for the application, it's always $35.
Correct. That's
And
correct, right, Tracy?
And then if you transfer it in, I believe it's a $22 fee.
Well, everybody pays the $35 fee. I put the link to the fee chart in the chat if anybody had questions about that. If they're a family member, they're still gonna pay the charter fee. The only time it's different is it's $20 if it's a transfer charter member.
I thought it was $22.
20.
20, okay.
And then if it's a student member between the ages of 18 and 30 joining a campus club, they also get a discount, but those are the only discounts.
Great. Very good. Thank you.
This is Esther Lee. Yeah, on the membership, when they are given the dues to pay, the family unit, they have to decide whether they want to have one vote or one vote each. That means they have to pay individual full amount. And then if it's a family unit, that's when you get the discount. When you do the discount, your vote becomes one only in the election in international.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Let's go ahead and go on with the district governor responsibilities. Here's a small list, but the district governor formally authorizes the start of all new clubs within the district. It is a way to ensure the new club aligns with the Lions Club's international values, goals, and service expectations. The district governor is the one who assigns the guiding lion and extension team members. Assigning the qualified lion or team members to guide the club through the chartering process and early months of operations, it's a way of confirming the team includes members with knowledge of club operations, service planning, and community engagement. You may want to assign someone that is a good fit for that club and has a good knowledge base of that community at large. So you don't want to have somebody come in that's not familiar with the demographics of that community. So you want to make sure somebody has a good knowledge base of that area where you're starting a new club. The district governor is required to review and approve the new club application and ensure that all components are complete. In other words, they have the 20 minimum charter members, proper appointment of club officers, confirmation of the club name, meeting time and location, and of course, the charter dues have been collected and are ready to be submitted upon request to LCI. The charter dues, when they're collected, they help to cover the membership onboarding and all the new club kits that are provided. So upon request, be ready to submit payment via credit card or electronic payment. We do not recommend you sending in a check, so highly recommend you do electronic or credit card. The governor also confirms that the new club falls within the district boundaries and does not conflict with the territory of any existing club, and ensure the new club's location reflects a community need and opportunity. They oversee the process and work with the team to ensure for a smooth completion of monitoring the organizational process. So in other words, oversee the informational and organizational meetings to make sure they are conducted properly. They confirm that potential members are well informed and committed to the club's purpose. With your team, you facilitate the chartering logistics by by coordinating the chartering timeline submission of all forms and the official charter ceremony. You work closely with the sponsoring club and zone chairs to ensure the ceremony is meaningful and inclusive. And also always be available to provide ongoing support and follow-up. Ensure the new club receives consistent support post-charter. This includes regular checkups, visits, access to district training or mentoring, assistance with service project planning, and club health tools. Again, the district governor is the one that signs off on those applications and is a required element for the application process.
Can I interject one thing in there that has come up recently?
Go ahead.
Once an application is entered into the Lion portal, the district governor has 30 days from the time the application is submitted to go in and approve that application. If it is not approved by the district governor in 30 days, or for some reason the district governor does not want the club to start, the district governor has to file a plan with the membership development committee refusing to charter the club, and there's a fee to that. If a district governor does not sign off on an application within 30 days and does not turn in a form saying that they are not going to support the club will automatically be approved by the membership development committee. So we need to stay on top of that 30 days. So if a club is starting in your district and you don't want it, there has to be a legitimate reason. You can't just not want it, but you can go in and file to stop that club, and maybe the committee will let you stop it. But if you don't do it within 30 days, you lose the right to refuse the club.
Good information. Thank you, Tracy.
That's in chapter 10 of board policy, if anybody wants to look it up.
And yeah, you're right. That is something that just recently came up. And
Yes.
we recently found out about that, but thank you for bringing that up. That's something we probably should include in future trainings about that timeline.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, next slide, Mark.
Dr. Yo has her hand up.
Oh, go ahead.
Just because we're talking about just from an educational perspective, I'm sure there's a reason we're talking about, but why would a governor not want a club again? Like, what would be a reason or kind of a reason or something to help me figure out why that's even the case? I really don't know. I'm not trying to be sarcastic.
And it has happened. Did you want to touch a little bit on that, Mark, or just kind of?
There are many reasons why a governor may not want to do a club. Generally, it deals with politics and people that are behind the club. And so the governor may not want to, because it doesn't meet their certain requirements, may not want that club to be chartered until it goes through a set of requirements that matter to the district.
All right, then. Thank you.
So there's several factors there. Thank you for asking. Next is the legal process of opening a new club. As previously mentioned, the district governor will need to assign a designated lion to help with the new club application process, along with the required IRS EIN forms. Once the club has those 20 members, the assigned lion will submit the new club application to Lions Club International. When LCI approves that application, the new club will receive a club ID number. After that, the club must apply for the employer identification number, that's the EIN, from the IRS. And this is required of all organizations. Again, that's something you need to follow through really closely. The EIN number could be applied online, by mail, or fax. But we recommend you do the online application process. Once that is submitted, you will receive an EIN number fairly quickly. And the letter will be sent via email to the designated person that submitted that online application for that number. Make sure in the section of type of organization that you choose nonprofit organization. An EIN number is not the same as a tax exempt number. So, or that, in other words, for the states or sales tax. So that is something you're going to have to check in within your state. Again, do not apply for that EIN number until the club's name has been officially approved. Once you get that EIN number, the IRS will expect annual filings, and it could cause you losing your charter or tax exempt status if you miss filings for more than 3 years. At some point, the application process, LCI staff will notify you to submit a copy of that EIN letter from the IRS, and staff will also assist with the completion of the state tax application. We realize state tax laws vary from state to state, but make sure you and your club are aware of the tax filings at the federal and state level.
Juanita, Robert has his hand up.
Robert?
Yeah, I ran into an interesting problem this morning with filing for an EIN number. The president, the IRS, would not accept him submitting it. Misspelling or something like that on the IRS or something, but they said they had to fill out a manual. So I did a third party for it as district governor, and they ended up mailing that to him. We did not get the instant electronic one. So there are a couple hiccups even if you do the online, but just watch for those. And it is pretty simple.
Yeah, it's really simple. Thank you, Robert. PDG Esther? Okay. All right, so we cover the process for the EIN. Okay, next slide, Mark. Okay, now the charter approval. Again, cannot stress enough to you the importance to pay attention to all communications that come in to you from your LCI coordinator. They are there to help you and walk you through the entire process all the way through. Now that the club has gone through the approval process, then you follow the chartering activities that can take place. The guiding lion, extension team, and sponsoring club district will support the club through the charter activities, or they should be supporting the new club in their chartering activities. As noted in the bottom there, the tip box, the charter date and the charter night are two separate items, two separate events. Your charter date is the date you received official notification that your new club is an official charter club. The charter ceremony is the celebration of the chartering of that new club. So they're two separate things. The charter event is a special event celebrating the beginning of the new Lions Club. And during that event, the club is presented with the charter and gifts from the surrounding lions, clubs from the surrounding areas. And that is a way of showing their support. And of course, generally, the sponsoring club does assist with the new club organization event. Okay. All right, next slide. The Charter Night Planning Guide. I saw this for myself. I saw this as a Bible in preparing for that charter celebration. We use it. We used it during the planning meetings in preparing for that celebration. So it's a way to help you to ensure that you cover all your bases and your charter celebration goes as smooth as possible. So highly recommend you use this guide. And again, it is a suggestion, but it is a great guide to use, and you feel free to modify things as you need for your event or your community to make it fit that new club. Okay, next slide, Mark. The sponsoring club plays a major role in the charter celebration, but why not involve your entire district along with the neighboring clubs through that new club? There are various ways you can engage everyone in the celebration. Providing these gifts to the newly chartered Lions Club does more than celebrate their beginning. It lays a strong foundation for their long-term success, helping them feel supported, capable, and connected to the greater Lions family. Here are a few categories of gifts that can be contributed. So in other words, there's the tools that build readiness and confidence, such as the banners, the officer pins, the gavel sets, meeting supplies that equip the club to function immediately. When new Lions walk into meetings and see these materials, they feel pride and legitimacy. They're more likely to take ownership of their roles. The club can start operating effectively right away, reducing frustration and confusion. The other thing is guidance that eases the learning curve. Resources such as mentoring guides, access to training, and leadership development books help to reduce uncertainty. They promote knowledgeable leadership. They encourage members to display and develop skills they might not have known they had. And it also supports the club in building a strong internal structure from the start, from the very beginning. The other thing is providing connection. It encourages retention and growth. Personal touches like welcome letters, inspirational materials, and shared events foster a sense of belonging in the larger Lions community. This reinforces the idea that they're not alone. It builds loyalty and emotional connection to Lionism and encourages them to invite others to join. In other words, it fuels their growth. Providing service-ready supplies inspire immediate action as well. Vest, if there's the custom is to wear a vest, provide them their best. Banners, project starter kits, or even small grants. Clubs can start serving right away, which is what most Lions want anyway. They're ready to do it. This builds early momentum and visibility in the community, gives members a shared purpose and success experience. It encourages confidence and continued engagement. Recognition enforces value. The celebrating the new club with photos, framed charter, a public ceremony shows them that their efforts matter. It instills pride and motivation in them. It encourages them to honor milestones in the future, and they start building their traditions and a positive team culture. Ongoing support ensures sustainability. This is so important. We need to make sure we provide ongoing support. It is the most impactful gift that is by being there present and being supportive through either mentorship, shared meetings, or communication. This provides a safety net for them for any challenges they may come up with, and it creates a good relationship with experienced Lions. It helps the new club to navigate its critical first year for success. The bottom line is these gifts aren't just items, they're investments in empowering them to identify, to provide service and sustainability. They help new clubs believe that they can do it, they can move forward. When we done our chartering process, on the night of the charter, everyone sees the new club banner, their charter member certificates, their charter member pins, the new bell and gavel, and with the charter president's name. They're all laid out for everyone to see, and the new charter members realize they are supported by the neighboring clubs and district officers. They understand that they are not alone. They're not doing it alone, and they have resources available to them by the clubs and the district. So seeing this reaction from the new members, what we witnessed, and seeing their eyes all of a sudden light up that they have the support, it was worthwhile. It was one of the greatest sense of satisfactions that we've ever felt. So that in itself is worth it. So involve your entire district and your clubs in this. Okay, next slide, Mark. Again, consider doing or creating a to-do list. This is something that's been mentioned in the previous two sessions. it is the way of setting up action steps, and it involves your team. In other words, it builds accountability also as to who's going to do what, when are they going to do it, and it's a great tool to follow up. Make sure that everybody has access to this list, and this way everybody understands the roles and responsibilities, that action steps are clear, and team members can mark off the items they have completed. Again, this is a sample, and there's a lot of this is available in the handbook, and you could create your own list. And we have a list too that we could share with everyone too. Again, it's just a sample, it's a template, but you can modify as you wish. Next slide, Mark. Okay, once the club has been chartered, it's important to continue to develop the club to ensure the club is strong and viable. One of the number one reason districts don't retain their new clubs longer than a year is because the clubs don't have that support. And I've mentioned this before in a previous session that we did, is starting a club is just a seed. Sustaining it requires constant care through follow-up, communications, encouragement, and accountability. We need to treat every new club not just as a number, but as a promise to the community and to the Lions family. As district leaders, trainers, and Lions, our legacy depends on what happens after that charter celebration and the continued support we provide our new clubs. So hopefully the items here on this list will help you out. It's sponsoring club assistance. The sponsoring club should be very interactive with the new club. In other words, providing guidance and support. Guiding Lions. There are checklists in the certified guiding lion manual, the guide. That is a great resource. Those checklists are for each officer. And that is a great resource for you to help provide that additional support for that club, and especially the club leadership. So those are great resources. The transfer power, they're slowly picking up, making their own decisions. So as leaders, we need to be there as advisors to the new officers, not to tell them what to do, but to advise them. And also membership recruitment is ongoing. Remember, anyone that joins a new club within the first 90 days of chartering is considered a charter member. After that, the 90th day, they are considered regular active members. So it's important to bring them in within those 90 days for that charter pin. Okay, next slide. So poll number 3. So at this point, share with us, what resources do you need? And, what is it that you see it's important that you need from us? And if something's not listed, feel free to share in the chat. Go ahead and start it, Mark. Yeah, it is hard just to pick one because they're all part of it. Are we there yet, Mark? You're muted.
We are now.
Okay. All right. God, it's kind of pretty evenly spread out. 34% communication tools for recruitment. Okay. Event planning templates. Good. Charter application checklist. And mentoring and coaching. Okay, very good. So that gives us a very good idea of where we need to cover as well too, and what your needs are. So as you think of things, let us know and we'll try and cover it for you. Okay, very good. Okay. Next slide. All right. Of course, participating and developing new clubs is a significant achievement. To underscore the importance of that new club development, Alliance Clubs International has various awards, special awards to recognize that valuable service of recognizing members that have been part of the recruitment or the extension team. A lot of information is available on the website. So you have your extension awards. That is usually done through the application process. The District Governor Extension Awards, that is awarded to the governor that started that club. The Family Membership Patch, of course, the Jesse Robinson Award, that is for the number of clubs that are started or membership growth. The New Club Sponsor Banner Patch, the Campus Banner, and also the Club Award. And of course, there's several of the Mission 1.5 recognition awards as well there too. So look those up and see. But the ultimate goal is that Jesse Robinson Award. That is something amazing if you can achieve that. Okay, next slide, Mark. So key points to remember. Understanding the needs of the community is the first step to be successful. Every community is unique. Not everybody's the same. Everybody has different demographics, different population. So you want to make sure you do your assessment. Before forming the new club, spend time listening, talk with people here there in the community. What are their challenges? What services are missing? This ensures your new club is rooted with the real need and not just good intentions. So you want to touch on real needs within that community. So I'm going to ask you to there's a few questions that I've developed here that are developed, and I'm going to have you answer in the chat, and we could share those later on. But what tools or methods have you used to assess community needs? Of course, there's a variety of ways you could do that. So if you want to share that in the chat, go ahead. Okay. So that is the key question. Building a strong support team is essential. It is help to retain new members and create club health. Starting a new club is not a solo effort. It takes a team and it brings energy and accountability when you have a strong team. And also it brings follow through. Think of it as a team of champions, people who can mentor, encourage, and lead by example. Your team could include a guiding lion or experienced mentor, club organizer, past district officers, or extension chair. All you need is a few passionate community members or sponsors to help you move this through. And here's another question. As a participant, what are the traits of a great support team? What do you see as a key support team? What are the traits you're looking for? So you could put that in the chat. Engaging community officials and business leaders. These relationships with officials and business leaders support the club and aid in club promotion. Use those resources. In other words, it's a way of saying the club belongs here. These relationships can help with publicity, local media, providing a meeting space for you and event venues, future partnerships and sponsorship. Community relationships, connections are important. So right now, think what you have. Who in your community can become a club ally? Who in your community will be there to support you and promote your new club? So think about that one. Hosting a memorable informational and organization meeting is also important. Having a planned informational meeting, organizational meeting leaves a lasting impression for the new members. First impressions are very important. This meeting is where potential members learn the what and the why of Lions. The organizational meeting is where they become part of the how. This is how they be part of this organization. It provides keys to strong meetings, and it also is providing a clear and inspiring presentation to these potential new members. Allow time for a Q&A and provide opportunity to sign up for leadership or service. And of course, always make it a welcoming and inclusive environment. So you as say you're a new prospective member, you're thinking about joining the Lions. What would you want to experience if you were joining this new club? What experience do you want from this new club? The other factor is use the support staff from LCI. They are available to provide support training during the whole process. You're not alone. They have dedicated staff to help you through the whole planning and chartering process. They will provide you with kits, application help, and event planning. Show your passion for service and have fun building these new clubs. People don't just join clubs, they join causes and communities. Let them see your energy and your joy. Inspire through action and remember that we're in all of this together. Communication is also another factor. Found out when my husband and I were chartering our very first club, one of the biggest lessons we learned was the power of ongoing communication. If we weren't meeting in person that week, we made sure to reach out via email or text. We just kept the momentum going by staying in constant communication with them. We shared tools, ideas, and encouragement. We stayed present with them and guiding them while giving them space to make their own decisions and grow as a team. In our more recent charter experience with past District Governor Richard Cervantes and District Governor Pat about a year and a half ago, we followed the same principle. We stayed in close connection with the key charter members of the new club. We held planning meetings, provided resources, and remained available every step of the way for them. That consistent connection was essential to building trust and keeping members engaged. So as you are learning and going through this process, seriously think of what one action could you take this month to support a new club formation? What can you do to support a new club formation? And what challenges do you anticipate? And how can you overcome them? So feel free to share that in the chat room. Okay, next slide. Grants, and Tracy, feel free to jump in here. There are various grants available and you are highly encouraged to participate in these and apply for them. They are there for you to provide support to help you get started in any project that you wish. And LCI staff is very knowledgeable in all this, and they are very helpful to guide you through the application process and walk you through it. But Tracy, did you want to add anything to this?
Yes, specialty club grants still have money available, $750. If your district is going to start a specialty club, please apply for a specialty club grant so I can reimburse you. $750. I'm giving money away, so please apply. You can apply to the specialty club. If you go on the webpage and pull out the application, it tells you the email, or email the application to me, or email the application to membership@Lions Club. Email it to Suzanne, email it to whoever, but I want to give you all money, so please ask for it.
All right, thank you.
I also should tell you, if you need printed membership materials, please order them tonight or no later than noon tomorrow. Otherwise, they will not ship until after the 1st of the year.
Ooh.
So if you're planning on trying to do something, order them like tonight or tomorrow morning.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Good to know.
Tracy, in the chat, First VDG Babette is wondering, what can the money be used for in that specialty club grant?
It can be used for mileage to go to and from the areas where you're trying to start a club. It can be used for food or snacks for organizational meetings, informational meetings, food or snacks for whoever's traveling that needs to obviously eat lunch and dinner while they're out and about. It can be used for advertising. It could be, you could purchase advertising on like Facebook. You can purchase anything except for new club supplies. You can't purchase new club supplies, but anything that goes toward chartering a club, you could use some of the money for food for charter night, or, napkins or whatever for charter night, just not new club materials.
Okay.
Lion Cherie has her hand up.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I had to step away for a second, so I'm hoping that you didn't already answer this, but can you review what is required or what determines the extension awards and how that process works?
The extension awards that for the governor appoints, selects somebody that, in other words, that provided assistance in building that club. And
So it's not the person that chartered the club, or how do you determine it? Because you have your guiding lions. Your guiding lions are in there, and they'll get the guiding lion through that. But there's on the application on the back, which is what's a little confusing, because on the application it says, here's your submit for the extension award, and it's like, well, based on the timeline, you can't even do that for like a year.
The idea is that you will honor people who are very instrumental in forming the club. That's not necessarily the guiding lion.
Right.
It could be a member of the club, and that's where you as a governor get to honor and recognize those people.
Okay, and so in the case where the person that did the creation of the club, if that is the district governor at the time, so like we have a lot of district governors right now pulling clubs together, and some of them are personally involved in creating the club and signing the application and doing all of that work. But a sitting district governor is not eligible for an extension award. So how does that work?
They get their district governor extension award. It's very different than an extension award.
Okay, so how does that happen? I mean, is it automatic? Do I need to be having the current district governors, take care of the governors from last year, or vice versa? How am I supposed to guide folks through that?
It's an automatic, right, Tracy?
Automatic if clubs are chartered in the district and you are the sitting district governor, those clubs go towards your district governor extension award.
Right.
The extension awards, the international extension award, is the ones that the district governor appoints two people besides the district governor, or up to two people that did something to help charter the club. So, I mean, it could be anybody that except for the sitting district governor. During the sitting district governor, you get district governor extension awards. And when you're not a sitting district governor, you get the other extension award.
Right.
Okay. And when does that district governor extension award come in? What time frame?
So at the end of the fiscal year, so June 30th, however many clubs chartered in the district during that year, that number is applied to that district governor who is leaving, and those awards get sent out usually the end of August, beginning of September, to those district governors.
Okay.
It takes a little while to tally them up.
It does take a while.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah. It could be as late as October, because I remember my husband, that's when he got his. So
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what I want to. So I want to circle back with my IPDGs, because there were a bunch of clubs chartered last year, and I don't know if any extension awards have come out. I don't, I believe
They
my
were
district.
shipped.
Cherie, I think this is a line, Lori. I think it is the club has to survive a year and a day. Then the extension award to that district governor comes about. I think that's what I
Oh,
read.
that's right.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
right.
So
okay.
it won't come out. It won't come out immediately in their when you're an IPDG. It's the year after that because that
After,
club has
okay.
to survive.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Okay.
Yeah,
That explains it.
it's 1 year off. Yes.
Okay.
Totally not thinking. It's been a long night.
Yeah.
But yes, so the district governor that's leaving, their number will end at the end of June 30th. And if next year on July 1st, those clubs are still standing, that's when they get their award in October.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
But if you have any questions, feel free to email membership@lionsclub.org and we can give you more specifics.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Cherie. All right, on to the next slide, Mark. New club recruiting materials. As Tracy mentioned, recruiting materials are available for you to order online. If you have any problems, just feel free to reach out to staff and they will provide you with the information. But as she mentioned, make sure you order really quickly. Okay. Next slide. Next step, here's some key takeaways that we've learned along the way. Meet with your team, put your plan into action. It's never too early to begin. Early engagement sets the foundation for long-term success. Don't wait, start now. First Vice District Governors, now is the time to start. You need to start putting your action into play now. That way you have a nice head start when the new year starts. Consistency builds trust. Meeting regularly and consistently allows for better continuity, stronger relationships, and more accurate assessment. Consistent follow-ups are how we build trust and maintain momentum. Let's keep it simple. Everyone processes information differently. Use clear, straightforward communications to make it easier for everyone to engage and contribute. Be inclusive and empower everyone. Every participant matters. Ensure all members feel valued and understand that their role, big or small, doesn't matter, is important to the success of that club. Success goes beyond training. New clubs need continued support well beyond the first 2 years. That includes mentorship, coaching, and the guidance of experienced Lions. Giving members the opportunities to grow helps clubs become stronger and resilient. As coordinators, we have a critical role in the success of our district governor teams. One of the best ways we can support them is by maintaining open communication with our coordinators, hosting monthly check-ins or touch points, offering guidance and encouragement as needed, and staying connected to help create a support system that empowers district teams and strengthens the club development across our areas. Next slide. So remember that the team becomes remember to make sure the team becomes familiar with the new club development guide. That is very important. We recommend you visit the Lions USA website page. They are hosting a variety of ongoing webinars and socials. Check them out when you get a chance and look into the programs they are offering. Highly encourage everyone to register and participate in the Lions USA New Club Development Workshop Series starting January 6th. It is a 4-part series. You will be learning from different group of facilitators and moderators. It is a very high energy, lots of breakout sessions. They expect the sessions will last anywhere from an hour and a half. But this is open to all Lions and Leos. And there's a few of us that are involved in that Lions USA New Club development. So we look forward to seeing you there. So please do take some time to attend. And I'm not sure if Brian is on, Mark.
I didn't see him.
Okay. I thought, well, maybe he was here, maybe you could speak a little bit more on it. But okay, but highly recommend because we attended the session. There's a lot of people involved in putting this together. Next slide. So here's the final poll question. We want to see where you're at. As we are coming to the conclusion, we want to know where you are. How ready do you feel to charter and support a new club after this workshop series? So depending on how it goes, we'll see where everybody's at and see if attending the next series will help you out as well. So go ahead and start it, Mark. Okay. Think we're good?
We are good. I'll end the poll.
Okay. So there you see that good 7 out of 38 are ready to start. Okay, that's awesome. Mostly ready, need a few more tools. Okay, that's 42% of you. Still learning, but more confident. That's good. As you move forward, you'll feel more comfortable. I personally did not learn this overnight. It took me a few tries and quite a bit of reading and listening to people. So it is a process. It takes time to take a good grasp of it. But again, we recommend you attend that other session because it's entirely different process that they're using. Similar material, but just the facilitators, it's a different presentation. So highly recommended. Okay.
Juanita, Don has his hand up.
Oh, go ahead, Don.
Sorry, it took me a minute to find the unmute button. I unfortunately missed the session 2 of this series. How do I get all the video or how, with that? I looked through my emails and I didn't see it, that it came through.
I will resend it.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. All right. Next slide. So, governors, when you charter the new clubs, your legacy is not just the number of clubs formed, but their long-term viability. Your leadership ensures that each new club remains vibrant, engaged, and deeply connected to its community by setting the foundation for sustainability through mentorship, support, and service-driven purposes. You empower future generations. So again, it's not what you're doing now, but how long will those clubs survive? Make sure they're there for longevity and to provide that service to the members. So we want to let you know we will be providing some checklists for you. There is a district governor, new club charter checklist, a guiding lion charter checklist, and new club charter gift checklist that we'll provide. But we've been gathering materials, resources for you, and we will send those to you as well too. But I think that's pretty much it. You could go ahead and end it there, but let's see, get rid of
Why
that.
don't you see if there's any questions that anyone has?
Yes, please. I know it's been a long one, but I think we touched on things that we haven't touched on before. And it has the sessions have been built more so because we're learning more from it as well too. So just like you we're learning as well too.
Liz raised her hand.
Thank you. Just real quick, I wanted to just mention, this is something that I heard from Brian Sheehan in a call last week. I knew nothing about it. Thank goodness Juanita knew about it. But be aware that there is a Lions USA New Club Navigator
Oh, yes.
program that is designed specifically for clubs less than 3 years old, providing them with the necessary tools and guidance to thrive. So you can go to the Lions USA page on Facebook and then search for New Club Navigator, and it brings up some information for you.
Right. And that is listed under the programs tab. All those programs are there too. And there's a Roar and Pour, and there's several support events going on. So yes, please look into it and they're open to anyone. And the links to register are right there.
Thank you, Juanita.
Thank you. Any other questions? So we will be providing the video as well as the other information for you. But Hillary, do you want to add anything before we close?
No, well, maybe just a brief, not really a word of caution, but building new clubs is 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You will experience some failures, some walls will come up, some barriers, and you kind of have to just fight through them. I can tell you from experience that it's often darkest just before the dawn. You might get a little bit down in the process, but know that 9 out of 10 times it comes out positive. So just be aware of that. There will be setbacks, but push through them and you will have success. I can assure you of that. Thank you,
Yes.
Juanita. Nicely done.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for being part of this. Anybody else on that? I guess Michelle never made it on, right, Mark?
That is correct.
Okay. So, Mark, any closing remarks?
I just want to thank PCC Michelle Mosley, PCC Hillary Kumnick, and you, Vice Area Leader Juanita Nichols. You guys did a great job the last several weeks, and I'm really proud of what you've done. And again, if anybody needs any help with anything, please reach out to me and Juanita. That's what our job is to help you. So I think we're going to call it a night.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Thank you, everyone, and happy holidays to everyone. Thank you for being there.
Thank you.
Happy
Happy holidays.
holidays.
Happy holidays. Good night.
Happy holidays.